Casey in the middle of the biggest yawn.
Running away.
You're hoping it could go off before you would finish.
Okay.
Hi, girl.
I just sent a text to the group chat.
Oh.
Because I changed my wallpaper, and when I was changing my wallpaper, Apple now has like even more
Did you?
options.
I don't
Yes,
know.
it's coming. Give it a second. Group chat.
What do you
Group
mean
chat
change your wallpaper?
on your phone.
Oh, I see now.
Oh my god, in this adjusted photo.
Oh my.
How old is that photo?
I don't know, and I don't know why that was the suggested photo. RJ, I do want you to know you're the fourth one is a photo
it's
of
this
you.
one. Doing a bit or just
Why
a
do
normal?
you have this photo? I don't even know if I have this photo.
Maybe Adam took the photo of you, and so it's on his phone.
Or
Like,
if
y'all
it's in a
went to-
shared album, does it pick
I
up?
don't know
shared
if I
album
don't know.
She
if
would
it
not
pulls from
have a shared
albums.
album with
Listeners,
Adam.
Adam got a suggestion of putting a photo of me as his wallpaper, but this photo of me,
I'm putting it up right
Is
now for the
circa,
Should I try to find the actual photo?
2017?
17?
I will say
2017.
I don't love the new Photos app, but I do.
But the new Photos app, have you seen what you can do?
I don't know, but I'll finish my
Who
sentence.
is this girl?
I will say the facial recognition in the Photos
Is better.
app and separating into people is so good. It's
Oh, I
crazy.
love it.
It will get like people's profile and know that it's this person.
It's
Like
this
it's
person, yeah.
crazy.
There's
Okay,
a
let me find this
touch-up
photo.
feature on
on photos now?
Photos, and it works the best that I can do it, and it works incredibly well. It is nuts.
Is this Versailles?
Miranda, you are my third. You're my third most taken photo. You're my third person in my thing.
That's nuts.
January. Is this Versailles?
I
Palace
believe
of
it is.
There were cars driving up Versailles.
yes,
that doesn't
that
sound
looks-
right.
That looks like Versailles, but I don't know. The mansion looks really close to the gate.
Do you
I
want
don't
to?
know.
It's
Do you
definitely
wanna-
Paris. It's
Do you want to do a
definitely
little performance of "I'm Not That Girl"?
Paris. Miranda,
to
this
this
photo.
photo?
What year did you say this photo was?
We're thinking
2017,
2017.
It was
2016.
It was February 14th, 2017. It
Yeah.
was Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Because I wore that pink shirt and we went around to
Yes.
all four parks and took photos.
This is the trip where I was in between jobs. I had quit my
Mm.
one job and I was about to start, and I was like, I'm gonna go down to
This was
Fuck the
post
world.
patent pre
yes.
Dimpack
post patent pre-performing arts.
pre-pack.
Yes. And this is the trip where I first met Friedrich. This is the
Yeah.
only trip that I did Festival of the Arts at Epcot.
Farts.
I've not been back since.
Forts.
Forts. Yeah,
Donald Trump had been in office not even a month yet.
not a month yet.
And look at
But
where we
wow.
are right now.
Look at where we are. Just
back in the
full
beginning.
circle, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Thank you
crazy.
for that.
Thanks for holding space for that.
And I want to be clear too. The photo itself is not good. So I don't know why it would
No,
suggest
it's not.
this photo to be.
Like they could have picked a photo of like the two of us from like your wedding or just something like love. No, just this. Yeah.
It's
Probably
also
in front
weird
of
that
a
it
back wall.
yeah, because I do think the photo is better with the whole. I'll send the whole photo to the group chat so you know what the background is.
Oh, it was absolutely in front of some sort of wall.
Tree of Life
This
or
was
wall or the
the
gate or
year
the
of-
wall or the
This was
gate.
year of the wall. Oh yes, that's a good wall.
Harambe wall. That is a good wall.
But
That's
it's a
good
good
wall.
juxtapition wall with your orange
Not
shirt.
the wire ears.
Oh, the wire.
Wire ears.
Yeah, that is such a
I
2017
know who
moment.
made those ears, Miranda.
I made these ears. I duped
Oh.
these ears. Yeah.
She
She duped.
home
Handmade
dupe.
dupe. Oh, the live photo is better.
Oh, hold on. Just oh my god, I look dead behind the eyes.
Just swaying.
Just
Just
swaying.
swaying.
Wow.
Also,
And
what is
the-
going on
and
at the
like
bottom
the-
of that T-shirt? It's just so
It's-
like
The skirt,
so
I remember
long.
the skirt was broke. The zipper was
So you were
stuck and was
covering it?
broken. So I was covering the skirt zipper.
ah.
So it was a little, yes.
What year did Harambe open? Was this just right after Harambe or no? I don't even remember.
I don't remember when Harambe Market
Oh,
opened.
that's a great question.
Did I take a picture of the same trip? Did we?
It had to have been around this time actually because 2017 is when Avatar opened.
February, not April. Because
February.
there is also an April. I have an April 2017 album with Miranda. With Miranda, Shan, Melon.
Oh.
This was Crystal Palace. There's Adam at Harambe as well.
With my gooch.
With your gooch out in this
Yeah.
photo.
Wow, gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Amazing. Lovely.
Well, this was really fun. Thank you for listening.
Thanks for having me for
thanks for-
101. Missed
we figured
100.
we'd have you on for one of the ones around the 100.
Yeah,
Well,
I was like, oh,
since we showed Miranda at Animal Kingdom in 2017,
Mm-hmm.
here's me at Animal Kingdom in 2017.
Wow.
Look
a
at her.
fully different person.
I have
I'm
those
not
ears.
that girl.
Because she mentioned that she loves this place.
And because I was at Animal Kingdom, I'm wearing a up shirt. I've got up buttons, but I have Duffy ears.
I had those same ears. I wonder what I did with those. Those were some good ears. That was a good era of the B-ear guest ears. She made some good ass ears.
She made some good ears in Canada.
Yeah. She did it.
101 episodes. Can I tickle you with just a little bit of our history of these past 100 episodes?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because we've got our Wrapped. I gotta open our Wrapped for Creators.
Oh, they do that?
Yes.
Oh, everybody does it now. It's not.
It's not fun.
Yeah. So we don't have Spotify anymore. I heard Spotify Wrapped was not great this year.
Adam, do you want to know what my number one song on Spotify Wrapped was?
Oh my God. Is that also 2017, Casey?
Yep.
Great.
Look at her.
The chair.
The chair. The nanny chair.
27. Wait, sorry. Your Spotify Wrapped. No, I know this.
2024 Spotify Wrapped.
I know this. Your 2024. You posted it on Close Friends.
I didn't know if you saw
it. Was one of the. I know. I randomly opened Instagram. It's like a. Isn't it an instrumental of one of the scores from?
Yes.
Which one?
Define Dancing from Wall-E. And this is where I don't understand, because it's the same. I don't just like go for that song. I play that playlist, the Disney Scores playlist. So really it's I feel like that's where I was like, well, Spotify is wrong, because if I'd always shuffle that playlist.
Maybe it just has one more than every other.
Maybe. I don't know.
Here we go.
I think it's rigged.
Fans were really loving our show this year. 4% increase in listeners.
Wow.
These are data.
Hey.
Huge.
6% increase in streams and 66% followers. Increase in followers. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
58% of your listeners discovered you this year. Wow.
So that's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, join us on Close Friends.
Close Friends, guys. Come on. Our top episode this year was episode 57. Do I like coconut? It was streamed 134% more than your average episode. What the hell did we talk about in episode Do I Like Coconut?
What did we talk about in any
What was the time?
ever?
What was the date on that?
I'm typing.
Do I Like Coconut has to be when I talked about how I had the Almond Joy for the first time.
Yep.
Okay. Did you read the group chat? The Girl Scouts are back, so grab your cash. We talk about if Taylor and Travis are at Disney World and Miley's hair.
Oh, this is Miley's.
Maybe Taylor and Travis.
This was Miley's hair. Okay, this was...
First of all, RJ was not there.
So this was a non-me episode.
So what we're learning is...
February 8th.
Okay.
February 8th, 2024. Miranda has brown hair. Casey has brown hair.
No, Casey's blonde.
Casey's blonde. Everyone's got light hair in this episode. And Adam is watching. What are you
This is
watching
right after
in
the Super Bowl, isn't it?
Yeah, because we were talking about Taylor and Travis.
Yeah. Or maybe it was headed to the Super Bowl because Miley having that hair was at the Grammys.
It was
the
heading.
Grammys.
It was heading to because I was just about to go to Punta Cana, and I was in Punta Cana for the Super Bowl.
Miranda, you look like a fully different person in this. I don't know.
Oh my god! Who is that hair?
Girl.
I'm not that girl.
I can't tell what Adam was watching in the back, but it's black and white. February. What were you watching in February this year?
Oh, I don't.
You
it
had
wasn't this
something
year. It
paused.
wasn't this year. It was right before we moved.
Right before. But where was I? Busy doing something.
I don't know, busy.
Oh,
Yeah,
and I'm talking about the backpack scam.
Oh my god, the backpack scam.
Yeah, Miranda, why?
My hair was bad.
Your hair was like lighter.
My hair was really bad.
My
brows are also lighter. Well, so are mine today. Like, I just don't.
But like
I don't
arched.
know.
They were so
something about.
I think they were the Botox. They were doing brow lifts.
You
with
look
my
like
Botox.
you are the body double for what's her name? Who's gonna play the evil queen?
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
It looks like Gal Gadot. It looks like my.
I don't like looking at these people.
Yeah, can you put this away? We move forward in this episode.
We don't look back.
We don't look back. Yeah, it looks like my face touch was like turned up like all the way. Like it looks
smooth blob.
I mean, granted, I'm like not wearing foundation today, but I was like, it looks not right.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you for that.
Here's
RJ.
our audience percentage: 18 to 24, 11%. 25 to 29.
Casey, you got to get your peers.
Yeah,
you got to get that
Casey,
number
yeah.
up from
Get
your
friends to
peers.
start listening.
Yeah. Your
My
classmates
friends
at
like
college
aren't really into like podcasts like this,
Podcasts,
you know.
yeah.
They like
They
the
like
little
Andrew
clips
Tate.
on-
Yeah.
They like the
They're
clips
Hawktois. They're
on-
Hawktois.
on
Yeah, for
TikTok.
Talk to her.
Talk to her. Okay, 25 to 29.
Call her daddy. Call her daddy.
25 to 29, 26%. 30 to 34, 32%. 35 to 44, 24%.
Okay, this isn't interesting. You can move on to the next one.
Listeners ages 55 plus grew the most by 300%.
No, from 1 to 3 or something.
From 1 to 3, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Iconic.
Did Jeff start listening this year?
Adam.
Good one. Good joke.
Good one.
Oh man.
Okay, we were streamed in 24 countries this year.
Wow.
US obviously
Ni
is
hao.
our top. Ni hao. Hello. Other than our show, they also loved a show called The Group Chat, Resident Services,
Hey.
and Zetus Lapidus, Mammoth Club original podcast.
Oh, that's the Mammoth Club where they go through the DComs.
Boys Love.
Hey.
Dave and Chuck the Freak, whatever that podcast is. And there you go. And it's a lot of romance audiobook girlies listen to us.
Wow.
They didn't just listen. 69% of your audience watched video on Spotify this year. That's weird because I don't upload video on Spotify.
What are they watching?
We are the top 10 show for 160.
I think they just mean that you have a potential. They're saying you should use Spotify.
They use video.
Yes.
Oh,
so you should consider doing videos.
For 94 people, we are in their top 5 shows. And we are the number 1 show for 36 people. And we're gonna name those 36 people.
I will.
Right
yes, I know all of you. And
Sleepy, dopey, happy doc,
dreamy. Remember Dreamy?
Love you
remember
all.
Dreamy, the 9th.
No, it was
the 8th dwarf.
The 8th.
Well,
That's great.
amazing.
Thank you for that wrapped.
Thank you so much. Can we go back to that crazy Miranda look again? That was so funny.
No.
See, that's where I blame all of you people because
you were looking at yourself on camera.
But you need an outside looking in. You need an outside looking in. You need a friend to be like, hey.
And I remember you
told
didn't like that hair.
Yes, I hated that hair. And I think I was getting it done like literally the next week or like the next day. I was like, I cannot get rid of this quick enough.
Yeah.
I hated it. But no, that's the friends need to.
Miranda, I lived through your black hair
Guys,
and
I
tan
know.
era,
I don't
so
trust you.
clearly I'm not going to be the one to tell
Not the
you to change your
one.
look.
You've been through it all. And really, that is why you're still around, because you've seen me at my lowest and maybe my highest. Who knows?
I don't know if you've
ever
been there
happened.
yet.
It's not happened.
We're
not
waiting.
There.
We're
waiting.
so
Yes,
eagerly
that's what he's waiting for. That's why he's still hanging on by a thread. Sticking around. He's like, it's gotta get better, right?
RJ, what is that?
This? I bought baklava.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna eat a piece of baklava.
On cam?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are we talking about today? Christmas is next week. Hanukkah is next week.
We are taking a break. We're taking the holiday break. If you weren't listening to last week's episode, Adam has decided that we're taking.
I made an executive decision. Like every other podcast on earth, we're going to take the last 2 weeks off.
Definitely next week, because I was like, when are we doing this? Because obviously Christmas Eve is Tuesday, Christmas Day is Wednesday.
Well, I figured we record from each of our own midnight masses that we were going to.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. I'll be live streaming on the pod if you guys want to jump in.
I thought we were playing out the birth of Jesus on pod. Like, I gave everybody rolls and everything. What are we supposed to do with those?
Are you getting all of the fun
MAGA churches? Yes.
Oh, that. But all the people doing the skits of like Mary as an influencer.
Oh, yes.
They're so funny. I always find them funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I grew up super Christian. But biblical humor is funny. I don't know what to tell you guys. When it hits, it hits.
But Mary wasn't really a big force, like a big girl for you, right? Like she wasn't like
around. Not for the Protestants. No. She was present.
She was there.
She's in the story.
Yeah.
But it's really about the man in charge.
Of course, always about the man.
It's always about the man.
It's always about the man in charge.
I mean,
but there's been like people doing like, you're the innkeeper realizing that you gave, you turned away the Son of God or whatever. It's very funny. I'm having a good time this holiday season.
Well, I'm glad you're having a good time at TikTok because she's running out of time. So
we're running out. You guys, I will not believe this until they take that app off of my phone. If I like to sit through another round of everybody saying their goodbyes to TikTok and telling them to make sure I'm going to start a YouTube. I'm going to blah, blah, blah. Follow me here. If I have to go through another round, because what is this, round 3?
Yeah.
Where they like actually believe it is going to happen, so it probably will or whatever. But this is in fact round 3 of them taking it away.
Remember we thought Twitter was going to go away and it never did.
Yeah,
we thought Twitter was gonna like break. We thought it was just gonna like fall apart.
Now it's just like broken with who uses
metaphorically it has.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
it's so bad on Twitter. It's
gotten really scary.
I've decided that I'm getting rid of my Twitter at the end of the year. New year, I'm just on Blue Sky.
Blue Sky's great.
I'm still not on a great
time at Blue Sky.
I don't need it.
You don't need it.
I don't like Threads.
I'm a working mother.
Yeah, you are a working mother. Maybe, I've been dabbling with the group chat Threads.
But maybe if I get rid of Twitter, maybe then I'll just be like, well, I have to have something, and then I'll actually start doing Instagram.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. We need to get Adam back on Instagram.
But it's hard because Instagram, okay, so the TikTok use, where is that TikTok sensibility going? It doesn't fit in Instagram because it's so aesthetic, right? It doesn't fit in YouTube because YouTube sucks. YouTube shorts suck.
And I think it's we're just like Zenga, like MySpace, like Vine.
We're just gonna and that was the time.
That was it. That was the time period of that moment.
The era.
Yeah.
The era. It's over.
Just for us. Everyone else in the world is like, girl, TikTok.
Yeah. I'm like, nope, that was it for it was a good run.
I asked about this Lemon 8 earlier.
Yeah, it sounds like it's just a Pinterest. Dupe.
So it was 2 rounds ago that TikTok was potentially leaving, that Lemon 8 came up. And it's an aesthetic, it's like a Pinterest Instagram mix is how I want to describe it. I don't even know if
it's
and that's the thing,
also
it's now
owned by ByteDance. So
Got it. I've created a profile and I think I made a post on it at one point, but I don't even know where it is.
It's
but
crazy
now on
that you can only post lemonade photos. Like that's the rule of the website.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Different lemonades.
I just want to remind everybody that, by the way, was this year the year of, or was it last year the year of Be Real? Was it more last year when it got big?
Yeah.
Are y'all still doing that?
I'm still doing it every now and then.
I'm still doing it, but it's really fallen off.
It was always a gimmick.
It only fell off because last year they didn't do a compilation of a Wrapped. They did a really weird Wrapped, and honestly, that's what lost me this year. I was like, why do I care about posting if they're not even going to show it at the end of the year?
Yeah.
So watch them this year go back to actually doing it. But that's what lost me on Be Real.
Mm-hmm. It's tough.
So it's hard.
And and Laps, I just never fully Laps is doing a little something, but it's just, it's not keeping my attention.
It's the phone app, the camera app that I use. But because Laps does have a social aspect, but I don't use.
I do not use the social aspect.
Sorry, what is it? It's just a phone. It's just a camera.
It's the one that makes it look like a disposable camera shot, and then you have to wait for a couple days before it, or a couple hours.
Yeah.
But you can share it as like a archive, and so it does keep a journal of all the photos that you want to So I do have it does keep a monthly journal of all the photos, which I do.
Yeah, I do like their little monthly recaps, but I forget Laps all the time now.
I've used it, when I can customize my home screen, so I have the camera app right there. So.
Oh, sure.
The widget.
The widget. My friend invited me to Belly, Beli. And
I'm tired.
And it is it's a restaurant app. So it's like Yelp, but you will check in and rank it. So it automatically makes you a rank of
it does not exist in Des Moines, so you don't need to worry about it yet.
I don't need that.
But it's this is your ranked restaurant. My number one restaurant in Chicago is Crisp.
It's not the Chicago
Bagel Authority. No, I think this is just its score.
It's general score. Interesting. Well, this is really fun.
This is
really fun.
Yeah. So
now
that TikTok is I believe they're also going, so they're allowing everybody to download
their
videos.
Okay.
Without watermark, which in the past you could not do that. So I was like, okay, fine. I usually post in TikTok because I find the sounds in TikTok way easier than anywhere else.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's just so smart. People will make a sound of anything, and then it just happens.
Right. And then my main question is, people are like, well, what's going to happen with CapCut? Because CapCut is owned by TikTok.
Yeah.
And that's where mine is. CapCut is my girl. So don't know
CapCut
what's
saves
happening
lives.
CapCut saves lives, in fact. So I've been doing that, and I was like, okay. And I've never cared about posting on TikTok. I always forget about it. I'm always been like, whatever. But with some cruise content, I made it in TikTok, and I put it both on TikTok and Reels, which I don't usually cross post. Usually TikTok is one thing and Reels is another. Well, I decided to do this with two videos actually, from my cruise. One of them was the only TikTok I was like, I want to make this TikTok on the cruise. And it was a compilation of trivia. That's fine. It did decently well on both. Then I posted just a random video of what they do on Disney Cruise Line called the Jack Diaper Dash. And they do baby races.
Oh, yes. I watched this one.
So funny. Yeah, Adam, you and 11.4 million other people watched this video. And here's something I learned about myself.
TikTok or on Reels?
Reels. I download this video off of TikTok to then just post on Reels, whatever. I don't even change the fonts because I did the captions in TikTok. I just posted it because I didn't post it as a story. And that was the one thing I got home, and Jace was like, you posted that you were at the baby race and then you didn't post the video. I was like, I was going to make it a reel because this one race was really funny.
I never know which account you post shit
It's
on?
always the magical Miranda.
12.1 million views.
Oh, now it's at 12. Okay, so I posted this Friday morning at 8 a.m. Saturday morning at 8 a.m., I had 4 million views on this. And I'm like, okay, I'm going through.
Okay.
And I'm having to like delete comment. So this is where I'm like, don't comment on my stuff if I will block you because I don't want you seeing my content. Like that's how I am. Like I'm like, I block people because I'm like, my content is not for you. Like I have a specific niche.
I don't know how the algorithm got you, but
like I don't want you
don't
here.
have to stay.
What's the impetus for the block? What give me an example of the types of comments that would lead to a block.
The types of comments are like, why don't they just kick the babies and throw them overboard? Put them in a meat locker? Things like this. Yeah, those are the types of comments that I was like, well, I'm blocking you because you're horrifying.
That's insane.
But like on TikTok, I'll block anybody who's like hating Disney adults or anything. I'm like, well, I'm blocking you because why would I am not one to, I don't want to appeal to 11.4 million people. I just want to appeal to Disney people. Like I don't need to grow this account in ways like that or whatever. So and then I had to go through and like delete a bunch of like annoying parenting shaming comments about them using phones or whatever. And then I was like, granted, I wasn't doing anything this weekend because we had an ice storm. So I was stuck inside anyway. And then it wasn't until like, oh yeah, we were like, we had to like
this
shut
weekend?
down.
Girl, we were 40, 50 degrees, honey. It was
no, we had there was an
80 degrees here.
There was a layer of ice everywhere. Like the gyms were closed down. Like you couldn't go anywhere.
Not the gym.
That's like the only thing I can think of because it was Saturday morning. So like that's the only thing I'm like, oh, that's closing down when schools would have been closed. Anyway, so and then it wasn't until like 4.5 million views. They would just like not stop. All right. They would just, and I would just like keep having to babysit to make sure nobody was talking about harming these poor babies.
Good Lord.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm just turning off comments to people who do not follow me. Like I do not need this. So I just did that. And I was like, usually when you like make that edit on a reel that's going viral, it stops. No, baby. She just kept going. She is just going and going and going. I have had multiple people reach out to me, including one of those like accounts that takes viral,
like a Barstool Sports,
like a Barstool Sports type account, like accounts like that have 52 million followers,
like the dodo.
Like yes.
You have a cute dog. Yeah.
Ask for my video.
Ellen. You would have been on Ellen.
You would have been on Ellen.
I would have been on Ellen.
But it's so funny because you were not participating at all.
I know. I'm literally just a spectator.
Literally, you're
I'm a spectator. And so,
who are you rooting for? Which baby are you rooting for? Which one did you have money on?
Yeah, that's
So, that's the thing. They're like, although we are at sea, there is no gambling, and we're all like, oh damn, like whatever. It's always the smallest one. Because this was even just round one, like the final race, there was a baby who was like just straight shot, went for it and won super easy. And I was like, this isn't fun. You are not fun. This baby is not fun. It's this exact race where both babies go, they get to the finish line. They don't cross the second line, but they cross the first line, which you have to cross both. And then they stop. Hilarious, incredible content. But yeah,
that man looked so sad.
I don't.
He did not cross.
That poor man.
We've been training for this.
This baby is going to grow up, and I hope
they're
he
gonna
came
see your video.
They're gonna see your
video, and is like, look at how you've disappointed me.
Me.
This is why you're no longer the favorite. Man,
we had to have another child because we couldn't. The shame.
We needed to enter another baby race.
Yeah.
But no, it is something that I do not like to be a part of. I do not need viral videos. I do not need these random ass people following.
You always get these viral moments.
Yeah, and I'm like, so
this is not candy cane last year.
Yeah,
it's always the same time of year too.
Yeah, like leave me alone. It's like anytime I like want a video to like actually just be seen by some people, nobody ever sees it ever. And I was like, what are we doing?
Your Halloween ones you put so much time into. Flop City.
No, that one has over. Oh yeah, the video of Just Winnie. It has like 6,000 views on Instagram. I'm like, can you? So I like pinned it. I was like, okay, you 11 million people, go watch this video.
Go watch this one.
Go watch my dog.
Yeah, it's just so random. I just don't understand the Reels.
None of it.
I don't understand it. And like it doesn't really equate to a bunch of followers or anything.
No, it really is. That's why I'm like, it feels like it's really more aesthetic. Like it just like the Instagram reel videos are like I don't know, at least in mine, it's like cafe ones where it's just like, it's more pretty than like the TikTok ones where it's like, it's funny, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. TikTok, I feel, Reels are very like aesthetic driven. It feels like an extension of Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes. Like you have to put some thought and care into what you're curating for Instagram. Then TikTok, you just
throw up there.
Random shit. Yeah. And
like a baby race.
Like a baby.
Like throw the babies, you know.
So you
like,
can
off the
limit,
ship into the meat grinder or whatever.
Yeah.
You can limit comments to just followers on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Because I learned that after my one viral one on TikTok.
Your button.
Oh,
it was the best.
Or the sticker mule.
Stickers.
The sticker mule.
The buttons.
You're holding space for de-stickering.
Yeah, it was the best idea I ever had. And I was just like, every time I look, I'm like, and I think I've gained like 1,000 followers, which is a lot. But I'm like, you guys can, and then like sometimes I'll like just look at it and I'll be like, these are not real people, and I'll just go and be like, remove
like, random
followers.
Yeah,
like, you guys are lucky. I've got some time on my hands, you know, like you are lucky. I am just always online, and I can be like, this isn't a real name.
Yeah, you have time to scout through.
Yeah, because that's what I was just doing all weekend. I'm like, nope. Granted, I missed a lot of them, obviously, because it's usually like overnight where weirdos are following. But yeah, so strange, and I don't like it, and I don't know where those random videos will then go once Instagram. Right. I think just stories, maybe. Like I don't.
I think so. I think it just like because sometimes I'll like edit it as a reel, but then just save it and then post it as a story because it's like this is just for people to see.
It's funny that we're having this conversation today because at work we had a social media manager for a title company like speak to our team about like ways they could do social media more.
Why does a title company need social media presence?
Why does a funeral home company need social media presence? Like none of them do, and yet they all have it. So
there's a job for everybody.
So they can do their little dance challenges outside the funeral.
Yeah.
Yep.
So while we were in this meeting, we were talking about all the different types of stuff, and a lot of it was just like good explanation for people who I think don't really use social media or whatever. But as it was happening, I was like, "Oh, this is all just gonna end up falling on me." I was like watching it. I was watching my workload rise in real time, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Like, "Oh, this is fun." Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I've seen something that's like when you want to speak up in a meeting to give feedback, and then you realize that that's just going to become
your
work for you. So you're like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, TikTok, see ya.
Rip.
See ya.
Rip. I mean, to this day, the most viral like TikTok video that we have is still we reacted to this one ballad. It wasn't even like a K-pop performance. A ballad, and it's just Adam being like, Oh my God. Oh my God. And it's all
And Italy popped off.
it's all Italian women.
That's so
like, "Ay,
funny.
bellissima voce."
Arrivederci, Mussolini. Yeah, it's great.
It's crazy.
Have you heard of pasta?
Try the pasta.
Have you tried the pasta?
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
So there's no rhyme or reason anymore. And I always keep going back and forth. I'm like, should I go back and make food videos again? And I'm like,
No.
No.
Speaking of food, Casey, we did.
Excuse me.
Lay down.
Sassy boy.
Something about the weather and his butt. It's just
and his butt. The weather and his butt.
The weather and his butt.
So we went back to Alamo. We took our asses back to Alamo.
I can't wait to hear this because it sounded like y'all had to speak to the manager experience.
Almost. We almost did.
No, because we're not you, Casey. We just don't care enough.
We don't care. We'll just be like, so it's right next to Wrigley, or right across from Wrigley. And I don't know if
it's new.
It's new. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It opened this past year.
I feel like I walked past it.
But Wrigley, I don't know if you know, but in the winter, it's the neighborhood with the most Christmas pop-ups. Christmas bar pop-ups. So because we watched it on a Saturday afternoon.
Oh my God.
They're police barricaded, because there's so many
walking in the street,
people walking for
Christmas
going
sweaters.
From bar to bar. Everyone's wearing an ugly Christmas sweater. Every bar.
I want to say it was so bad that when we came out, this movie was at 2:15. We came out and it's a 2-hour and 40-minute movie. There's like 15 minutes of previews at the top. Whatever.
So do the math.
Okay.
We watched
by. We saw Wicked again, everybody.
We saw Wicked again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If you went at 2:15, it'd be about 5:15.
We came out of this movie. Well, we peed. So let's say it's 5:30. We came out of this movie. It's 5:30. There is a couple crying on the sidewalk, being like, "You never loved me. I can't believe you." And I was like,
and we were like, we're gonna walk to the next.
It's 5:30 in the afternoon,
Saturday.
That's the thing. If you're going to day drink, that's not how you day drink.
You can't get to that level by 5.
You cannot get that.
Girl.
No.
You should not get to that level.
Period.
But it makes more sense to draw that out.
I like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay, so messy. We go in, and what I like about the Wrigley Alamo is that the bar happens before the ticket check-in, so you could just go to the bar if you really want to.
Yeah, we've done that.
Or if you're
before.
early, if you're like, wait, but because in the Brooklyn one, when we watched Wicked the first Alamo we went to, you had to check in a ticket before being able to go in the bar.
Yeah,
so we were just sitting at like a couch by the ticket area. It was cute. They had the lobby pop-up was like rentals. So it's like you can rent DVDs and VHSs, and it's like, and you can actually rent out the machine if you also don't have one at home. So you can rent out a little portable DVD.
Oh, that's cute.
It's very cute.
And they were like showing off their events. They have like Dungeons and Dragons like bar thing, and then they have like trivia or whatever, blah, blah. Anyway, we get to the movie. We got like the last 2 seats. We are in the front row. But of course we get there early. So we were the first people, like one of the first people that sat down. No Diet Cokes. No shakes. Not a single shake. And you know what this theater was?
I did not hear I did not hear the thing about the shakes, by the way. I did not hear this. RJ heard it because the people behind us ordered shakes.
Trying to order shakes.
Yeah.
And then the kid next to me, like down the aisle, they also tried to order, and the mom was like, "Oh no!"
Oh, I didn't. Yep, missed all this.
But
this is important for later.
But we did try the churro popcorn. The churro bites are really hard. It was like hard.
The churro bites are super.
So I don't know.
Crunchy.
Is that normal, or is that? Did we just get? Is this just like
we're
on the last leg of our resources? You know.
Let me ask this, because me and Mary Kate were literally just talking about it, because Mary Kate listened to our episode and then she was like, have you tried the churro popcorn? She's like, I'm too scared to ever order it because of the thing of if it's bad.
Yeah.
Was it good besides the churro pieces? Like, were you able to just eat it and it still had that like
salty sweet?
It was good, salty sweet.
You could go through it.
Yes, you could go through it and not feel like it's too much of one flavor.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I was supposed to add, you know how like you're supposed to tell them if you want the clarified butter on the regular popcorn?
The menu said it had butter, but it did not have butter.
It didn't feel like it had butter.
Taste like it had
but I don't know if it's supposed to have the same amount of butter.
I remember seeing in the menu that it said it had the butter.
Yeah.
So maybe they
just double check. If you're gonna do it, I would make sure
that ask,
it
like,
has
and does
the
this
butter
come with the butter?
It comes with both the butter and the
churro.
Because the churro like dust is
yes, the churro seasoning,
cinnamon sugar on the popcorn.
Have you gotten a sweet seasoning yet on your popcorn?
Tonight was my first sweet popcorn.
Ooh. Yes. And what was it?
And I posted it was caramel.
A classic.
It was really delightful. But I didn't. This was Jace hogged the popcorn machine. So he was making regular popcorn with one of the old seasonings. So I had to do a bagged popcorn so it didn't stick as well to the popcorn.
Oh, I see.
Wow. Oh, I see. I haven't been keeping up with you. It's a lot. Honestly, it's a lot for me.
Yeah.
To like watch.
I understand.
And keep up with.
Yeah, I apologize.
And I hold space
for being a lot for you. Yeah.
So it's like flavored.
Yeah,
seasoning. Yes, a packet.
Oh my God, but I don't even know what was last night, but I only took like 3 bites and I had like 4 cups of water afterward. It was so much seasoning. So salty, so much sodium.
If I had finished the whole popcorn, I would have been curious if I gotten a refill because I think it was refillable. Baby.
No, the churro's not refillable.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, could I refill
that's what
it
I'm like,
regular
that's what I wish you could say. Like, after the churro popcorn, can I just swap this out for regular?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
So we did have our first meal, kind of. We did the chicken tenders, and the chicken is really good. That dry brine, 24-hour brine, girl, that chicken was tender.
Tender. When they said chicken tenders, they meant tender chicken.
So I was into that. The fries were pretty good too, actually. But again, I can't have a tender and a fry without a Diet Coke. That was really hard for me. It was really tough.
I had a great time. I had a regular Coke. It was great, full fat.
I had a Coke Zero, but
I was about to say, did they have Coke Zero for you at least?
I did have a Coke Zero, but I'm like, I need something.
The gravy's so interesting.
It is interesting.
Oh,
I liked
the
it.
dip.
Gravy.
Yeah. They serve
it comes with gravy.
It comes with it also comes with ketchup for the fries.
But it's
the gravy is for specifically the chicken.
It felt like queso. It like kind of reminded me of queso. I
felt like the consistency reminded me of queso.
But it was
gravy. Doesn't taste. Yes, it's gravy. It does not taste like queso.
You thought it was queso and it was gravy?
Yes. Yes. Because it was like peppery, so it kind of tasted like the Chipotle queso.
Well, that makes sense because Chipotle queso is not queso.
Yeah,
no, that
makes sense now. Why it was like this?
Well, because their
queso is famous, right?
Yeah, I had. Well, I mean, I don't think it's that famous.
Oh, okay.
I was at Alamo this weekend as well, different Alamo, and I got the loaded fries, and those come with the queso, and the queso is a little spicy. And
no.
I was going through those Diet Cokes. Like,
oh no!
It's free refills, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I finished my Coke, but then I didn't need any. Well, that's not true.
No.
So they did the speech, and they were like 45 minutes before the movie's over is our last call, and we'll bring out the bill and blah blah blah. So
Adam had seen this movie 3 times.
I've now seen this movie 3 times. I don't think I'm going to see it any more times in theaters. I think I'm good.
You're not going to go for a sing along? I think you should go for a sing along. I think that'd be fun.
So, I don't want to hear other people sing.
So I got to fit I have learned that the end of I'm Not That Girl until the final battle cry is 55 minutes. Okay. So I was like, we got to the scene where they're giving the lion cub.
Yes.
And I was like,
perfect time.
I'm ready to go.
To get my refill.
I write down, I want that cookie shake. I put it on the little card. I press the button.
Oh, no.
I press my button.
RJ presses his button.
Oh no.
So then finally they come over, they just grab
They're already
the
in
card.
Oz. They're already in Oz. They're already in the...
But they took the card.
But they took the receipts.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So then I just wait the rest of the movie, and then finally she comes with the bill.
Finally, Elphaba says, "Will you come with me?"
Yeah.
On the broom.
Yeah.
And then this girl just drops all of the bills on our row. And Adam's face.
I was so sad. First I was like, make sure it does not say a shake.
I didn't even have to look at Adam. I was like, that's what I'm going to look. It wasn't
on there because of course it wouldn't be because they didn't
shakes.
have it. That's the other thing is if they don't have something, there's no way once you're in the middle of the movie to find they can't tell you.
They're not going to go back
because the way that the I found that the Austin ones are superior. The way that the Austin ones they look at it right there and they'll go like this or like or and they write down your seat number.
She wrote down the sheet. So this sheet.
Oh my gosh.
She wrote down the seat number. I did see her do that.
Yeah,
but she just did it like all in one and then like kept going.
So she probably read it when she got back, and they were like,
"You didn't really read it." Which at that point she should have come back and said, "Hey, just FYI, we're out of shake. Sorry."
Yeah.
At least say that so that you're not sitting there waiting for a shake that's never gonna come.
It's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
So sad.
So sad, Adam.
And also, I mean, it ended up hurting her in the long run because I docked some tip for her.
Well, okay, let me ask
because I didn't know. I just thought she was like, oh, I lost it or whatever, and so I was like,
yeah.
I
mean, I went from 20% to 18%, so I think she's
trash human.
Well, let me ask you this. I've got a couple questions for you.
Follow up, yes.
Question number 1: does your Alamo scan your card?
Yes, at the top.
Yeah,
at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. That's how Austin does it. We went to the Alamo in Richardson, Texas this weekend. And
where the hell is Richardson, Texas?
It's next to Plano. It's bright. It's in the DFW.
Where is Plano?
I've heard
it's
of Plano.
In Dallas.
Oh, okay.
So we go to the Alamo near our hotel because we're in Dallas this weekend, seeing my family, and I'm like, oh, do you need to swipe our card? She goes, oh no, we don't do that at this location. About 45 minutes before the movie's over, we'll bring the checks by.
No.
So they bring the checks by, and then we all have to get our cards out in the middle of the movie.
This is how AMC Dine-In does it.
Yes, it's how Dine-In does it, and this is so
awful.
disruptive.
Oh, it's awful.
And question 2: does your Alamo do an automatic gratuity service fee?
Oh, I don't think so. I didn't look to see.
Well, I will say they tell you literally like during the previews, they say a service charge of 18% will be added to your bill. If you had great service, feel free to leave a little extra for your servers. Because what they do is the servers are paid a living wage, I guess. Yeah. And so we're supplementing that with this 18% that is mandatory.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically, I was curious if you had that 18%.
I don't think so, and I don't remember it in the previews. But we've only
they
seen
they would have said it like literally at the end of the previews.
So it must be every location can set that rule.
Yeah,
if they want
to. I mean it's definitely a Texas thing, and they took a while to roll it out to even in the Austin area. It took a minute to roll out,
but it is now in your Austin.
But like in Richardson, they had it as well, and they had it like signs like in the bathroom as well. Like I guess so not that they don't deserve 18%. It's like tip them 18%. They're coming to your table, to your chair, whatever.
Casey, you don't have to justify it. We know you're looking for $1 sody. Okay, we know what your financial situation is. Okay,
you had to get Delta Work to agree with you.
Yeah,
yes, I did. And y'all, when I met Delta Work last night, I was literally
your icon.
Literally, I was tongue tied. I was like. I'm such a Delta. Well, I'm a Diet Coke girly like you. And then she's like, "Oh, do you want a sip of mine?" She literally points to a Diet Coke, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm okay.
I'm good." Oh my god!
And then I'm like, I have to ask you a question, and I'm like asking her, "I said, do you like to do do customer surveys? Do you like to do a Google review? And she's like, oh, yes, I love at the Chili's to gas them up. I'll take that little survey on the Zia.
Oh, yes.
And I will give them 5 stars. I will name names to make sure that they are recognized.
That they are recognized for their work.
And I told her about the Wendy's and the 345 and how I had to give them bad
what,
survey.
You give them what for?
And I said, because they have this dollar soda. She goes, oh yes, I partaked in the $1 sodas. But y'all, it's meeting her. She was just everything you would ever want. Her go off was about at hotels. She said, now who's the monster that's walking into a hotel and fucking with the plug? So the plugs are so loose.
So loose.
Oh my God. Exactly. What are we doing?
What are we plugging in there?
I don't even understand how that happens.
I don't know how that happens.
Like every hotel. Why is
or like plate? If you have a plug on a plane, good fucking luck, girl. Because that thing is just your little brick is just gonna fall right out.
Mm-hmm. Damn, Delta already happened. She was here on the 8th. Damn.
Oh yeah, she was just in Chicago. Yeah, she was talking about that, and she said, and then also, why is the fridge either so like tepidly warm or like all of your stuff freezes? It's never one or
in a
the
hotel.
Other. Yeah, the little fridge.
I had to call guest services about my little mini fridge in my stateroom. She was not cold. I was like, excuse me, I have bubbles in here, and if I open this and she is not perfectly chilled, that thing is going
your head.
Yeah.
I have been in ones where you know how they hide it, they put it in the cabinet.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I have been in ones where the cabinet door opens opposite of the way that the refrigerator door opens. You can barely open it, and I'm like, who did this?
What are we doing?
Who chose this?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, in the spirit of Delta, very Delta, maybe we should also go off right
maybe
now. Okay, who wants to go off?
Go ahead, girl.
Casey, I want you to go off because I had a go off that may be attached to this, so I might tag on. Okay. Or I might be devil's advocate. Okay. Let's see. Go ahead.
Okay, Casey, time to go.
Okay, y'all. The last working week of the year, which is this week.
Say this.
The last working week of the year, you cannot be putting pressure on me. You cannot be assigning me things that are hard, that are make me think at all. I am checked out. I have built 2 websites this year. I have done so much this year. And to still be like, you now are fulfilling all of your little things that you need to do and now bringing them to me the last working week of the year. We are not working this week. We are lounging. We are playing. Like, we are not. This is not what we need to be doing.
There's no work from Thanksgiving until New Year's.
Yes,
Let's be so serious.
Let's be so serious. Like,
and I don't want to hear if you have a special party job where you have to plan parties, blah, blah, blah.
We're not. It's just, I can't. And hold on. One more thing, Miranda, and then I'll let you go off. But when I tell you, I about lost my damn mind on Monday because there was something that came up, and in a meeting 2 weeks ago, I said, yeah, that's going to be really difficult. We're going to have to get quotes for this. We're going to have to figure out how we can even mail it. We're going to have to do this. It sounds like a lot of work. And my boss goes, oh, I'll handle all that. So then why did I get an email on Monday asking me to do everything that I listed off that I said was going to be hard and say, could you go ahead and take the lead on these? You are going to have to investigate this and research how we can do that, and then do this, and maybe have Hannah help you, and then do this. Babe, I literally told you 2 weeks ago that was going to be hard, and you go, oh, I'll handle it. Oh, what happened there? What? And what? Why am I doing this now? When I could have been doing it 2 weeks ago, I guess. Mm-hmm. But no, it sat for 2 weeks, and now I'm doing it. So I'm pissed. On the week of my week of working from home, I should be at Target.
Birth.
I should be at Target doing a pickup or something. I shouldn't be working. I should be at my desk.
I'm on your side. Don't lose me off your side.
Don't lose
Casey.
me.
Don't lose me.
Casey, I agree with you. New projects should not be given this week.
Yes.
You can tie up loose ends this week.
Mm-hmm. Wrap it up.
But no new projects. So I am with you. On that note, okay, we're continuing to tie up loose ends. We have sponsorships that we need, that people who we reached out to a month ago have not responded. So we're like, okay, this is our last week before they're gone. No, mama, they're all gone now. This is what's wrong with the boomers and the Gen X's of the world. Take your PTO throughout the year, you crazies.
Yes.
Why? What are you doing this week? Why are you wasting PTO on a week that nobody is really like working? People are working, but they're not working hard. So why would you take your PTO now to just sit at home and do nothing because you have PTO to waste, because you don't do anything with your families, for yourself throughout the year? It's true. It is baffling how many people. Yesterday we were getting out of office emails and I was like, it's December 16th. After this Thursday, like if you want to take off Friday and then like all of next week and then all of the week after, totally, yep, that makes sense. But like December 16th seems really early to just not respond to anybody's emails. Like, especially when there are still things in the world that like need done. So I just like don't understand what people have against taking just a random Friday off in a March.
Sprinkle it in.
Because I personally wouldn't like this much time off of work just to like sit for so long. I feel like when I would come back, it would be like more anxiety inducing, especially if you're not doing anything. Like if you're off like on a vacation to Europe and doing things, that's one thing. But if you're just taking PTO to sit at home, it seems like a waste.
Because I could be sitting at not next, but the week we get back, we are technically working Thursday, Friday. I will be working those days because no one else is. So
I would never take off those days either.
I would never take those days off because I'm going to sit there and not
I have
emails.
I'm tagging in now with this PTO end of the year nonsense. Okay. There's 2 days. There's a Monday and a Tuesday before January 1st. Just close. Close those 2 days. It's just 2 days. Nothing. I promise you, the whole world did nothing in the past week because we all took it off. Mm-hmm. Nothing is that important for us to catch up on those 2 days to then be off on the Wednesday and then work the Thursday and Friday.
I can't believe you have to work on the Tuesday.
The Monday and the Tuesday, girl.
The Monday, I understand that's the 29th, but the 30th, but the 31st is crazy.
No, we have first off.
Yeah.
We have 31st and first. That's crazy.
There is no point. There is no point.
And it's like, and then that's, so anytime between Christmas and New Year's, I will never understand, unless you're like, obviously, service jobs, restaurants.
Yeah. Oh my God, Whitney.
She's tagging in.
She's tagging in. She said, and another thing.
I have
we should be off until March, okay?
It doesn't make, especially because it's like the holidays aren't set. So it's like, you have the Thursday, Friday after Christmas to then take more time off the next week for the New Year. It just doesn't, none of it makes sense.
I genuinely think France has it right, where all of France closes the entire month of August, except that month should be December. I think genuinely Thanksgiving to New Year's should be nothing. Yes. Everyone should sit at home. We should all gain 30 pounds, and then prepare for the winter and prepare for that. January 1st, new year, new me. I got to get on a treadmill. What a brilliant world we could live in. I think all societal ills would be solved.
We wouldn't have to shut down TikTok because no one would be
wouldn't
worried.
have to shut down TikTok.
We'd be so happy.
We'd be so happy.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's weird because
But I work a 7-day-a-week job. So,
and that's for off pod.
And that's for off pod.
It's weird because my work was like, well, it's better to have the full week off, so we'll just adjust it so the break will be that 1 week of the Christmas week. I'm like, I think people would much rather just add those 2 days. I promise you, there is nothing going on.
There's nothing going on.
There's nothing going on.
Like, I will say the one thing about the university is that our last day of work is the 20th, and we don't come back until January 2nd.
Yeah. That's
So we are golden.
If we are training the youth of America to have these breaks, to then just crush their dreams when they get to adulthood and realize that they don't have that,
we should abide by school breaks in corporate America. Yeah. I think that's because also,
we should all have off the summer.
They're all parents. All their kids are going to be off.
Right, exactly. But the thing is, Iowa schools, they go back Friday, January 3rd.
For Beggars Night or whatever the fuck.
Beggars New Year.
Beggars New Year.
Yeah.
Oh
so they go back January 3rd, which that's bonkers to me.
Is it the Friday before Christmas? Is their first day off?
No, I think Friday is the last day this week.
Yeah.
So then they have.
So they don't even get 2 full weeks off?
No. Just
is
shy of.
Is it a snow thing?
We haven't had a snow day yet.
I know, but assuming that you will, they are trying to work it more into the regular calendar year, so they don't have to stay.
Know.
It's so
I don't know. I don't have kids in the school system. I just work with somebody who does, and that's what she told me.
Wow.
So,
and that's what I'm saying. If she's off, you should be. If the kids are off,
that's our
what
we
our philosophy.
Our philosophy. I track the kids being off because of my boss. So I'm like, oh, when are they back? And he's like, I think they have off. They don't go back until the 7th. So that Monday the 6th, they're off. So I'm like, okay, I'll be working from home that day. Great.
Yeah. Oh my god. Remember how long Loyola's breaks were?
Oh,
do you remember
Diva, the Jesuits?
Well, because you could have a full J term.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. So Casey, we would take finals the first few days of December. We could be done December 4th with finals, and then we did not come back until after Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah. And you had that.
That's how Arkansas. That was how my college was too. I mean, at Arkansas,
you could sneak in a quick credit because it was so long of a break.
I think sometimes the latest it would be finals up until the 12th, maybe. At the latest, and then
I think that's what it is now.
Then you'd be gone until MLK.
It's nuts. That's so long.
I've always, because also around this time is when we get the official holiday schedule for next year, and it's so arbitrary. Our first holiday is May. Is that Memorial Day? Isn't that crazy? We don't even get MLK. Memorial
Day in 2025.
But then they're like,
are they saying because you're getting Juneteenth? They're swapping.
Well, yeah, but then also we have flexible PTO, so just take time off in the spring or whatever. But I'm like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
If
matter.
the PTO doesn't matter, then the holiday shouldn't.
I actually genuinely think federal holidays shouldn't just be these are federal holidays. It should be these are mandatory holidays everyone on Earth has off.
Yeah.
No one should be working. Period.
Yeah.
Close the hospitals.
Why do some people get President's Day off? Why do some people get?
Yeah. And can we change Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day? Can we do this?
Damn name. Just change the name.
Change the name.
We don't care about Columbus. We literally, this country does not care about him.
And is Veterans Day a holiday? Can we decide if Veterans Day is a fucking holiday, please?
Jesus.
I can't.
And why does August still not have a holiday? We remedied June. We gave June a holiday.
We gave June.
Can we give August a holiday? Can we just celebrate RJ's birthday as a federal holiday together?
Yes,
Leo season.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to go to work when it's 90 degrees
145
120.
Yeah. Especially for all y'all in the Sun Belt. My God, be serious.
There's no water.
I genuinely didn't know until I was looking. I looked up what the official federal holidays were like a couple months ago because I don't think I ever really knew. And I thought my whole life that like Good Friday was a federal holiday, and it is absolutely not a federal holiday. I did not know. I was like,
Easter isn't technically a
Some people get Easter Monday off.
Yeah, but it's like you decide, but it's not like a federal holiday.
It's not a federal. No. It might be a state holiday for some states.
See, that's at least in the Philippines, and every little thing. Mary's ascension into heaven. Girl, take the day off. Anything. Girl.
Well, didn't you have a president that just made holidays? That was like her whole thing.
Yes, her whole thing was just making federal holidays.
Why can't we have that?
Yes. And like in Louisiana, they get the week off for Mardi Gras.
Oh yeah.
Like there would always be people traveling to Disney World that week because they get the week off for Mardi Gras.
Oh yeah, and there's
so
Jersey.
Funny. She is just sitting. Oh, she's taking a seat.
Jace, will you come get your dog?
Oh, he's home?
Yes. He's watching that new Netflix movie with Sophia Carson, the scary airplane movie, the scary airport movie. Have you not seen?
Which one is that?
No, but I've
started to see. I've been watching it on TikTok, and I don't like it.
Tell him to watch No Good Deed on Netflix and support our friend Matt Rogers.
Matt Rogers, my good friend Matt Rogers.
I need to watch that. Is it called Carry On?
Carry On, yes.
TSA agent who's blackmailed into letting a bag of chemical bombs through airport security on Christmas Eve. Yeah, let me watch that right before I get on an airplane.
That's one with Karen Edgerton. I want to watch the Maria Callas movie with Angelina Jolie. She looks so good.
Listen, if we're talking about Netflix movies, y'all have got to watch the movie with the Pentatonics people.
Wait, they're in a
I heard it wasn't good.
Yes, I think they're in Des Moines.
Yes, that's why she wants you to make. That's why she wants
meet me next Christmas. And when I tell you what it is about, let me.
I listened to an NPR episode about it.
On a quest to reconnect with the man of her dreams, Layla races across New York City to find a ticket to a sold-out Pentatonics Christmas Eve concert.
Well, that is when they would sell out. Christmas Eve, everybody's trying to go to a Pentatonics concert on Christmas Eve.
And Pentatonics
is right now.
Pentatonics is in it, and they are like, man, I wish we had an extra backstage pass to give this girl. Like they're watching her somehow. I missed a part because I was obviously looking at my phone, so I missed something because I'm like, why are they commenting on her doing all this stuff? Why don't they just give her a ticket? And so they're playing.
What do you mean? I wish I had an extra backstage. You could just bring people back.
I think it's also supposed to be hearkening to like It's a Wonderful Life. They're like Angel / like the Ghost of Christmas Pratt. Like it's that.
You're giving
kind
it too
of
much.
You're giving
Adam,
it too much
because it's not.
You didn't even watch the whole thing.
No, I watched it. I finished it, and I was like,
it was on in the room that I was also present and alive in.
Listen, I had a late shift at the Match Factory that night. Very busy. Those paint brushes and paper clips were not going to find themselves.
So they don't close. Match Factory won't be closed for the holidays.
Match Factory, they've got me working overtime this holiday season.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Because in my group that I'm in, I've got to clock in because I need to be helping people because otherwise I will get kicked out of the group.
Oh my god.
I get it. Casey, if anyone here gets it, it's me that gets it.
Yes. And Match Factory is pissing me off right now. It's just getting harder and harder.
That's why I had to stop playing.
It is so hard. Let me
they'll make ones that are like 40 seconds and you have to do like 80 matches and I'm like, get out of town. I can't do that.
It's like there's no way.
And there's too many scissors.
There's
too many fucking blue scissors.
I hate you guys so much. This is
out of hand.
Now, I'm getting all the little piece or the little yin yang signs. Like there was one.
This is the reel that I'm going to post. And if it goes viral, and if we start the new year, sponsored by Match Factory.
Dude, if we got sponsored by Match Factory, we'd be making bank. Because we would be playing those mobile games.
Side screen right now.
I am happy. I have saved the king. I'm always happy to save the king. There's no king I would rather save than the king that needs saving.
Imagine explaining this conversation to anyone. My grandma. Like,
I mean, there was a time where I was playing.
I think your grandma would understand.
She actually probably played. I should actually check her iPad. Oh, yeah, she's an iPad game girly for sure.
Yeah.
There was a time I was playing Merge Mansion. Yeah. I mean, like,
I remember the Merge Mansion era.
Yeah. Were you doing June's Journey as well?
Well, Adam was deep.
Absolutely.
Adam was deep Candy Crush Saga. Diva girl.
I was, yeah.
I was an Emoji Blitz girl for a while.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was like the thing of being like, oh my god, I'm so excited to use these emojis, and then I never used a single Disney emoji.
Well, Casey, they shut down. Well, they stopped updating Pocket Camp for forever.
Yes,
so they just released a full, like, you can just play the game and it's with everything basically. Yeah, you can buy it with everything already in it. So the girlies,
like, for the Switch, right? It's for the Switch. You can buy it, or is it?
I think it's still iOS, but you can just buy the full thing with everything unlocked. So.
Oh, well, that's boring. I mean, that's something I would buy though. I'd be like, hey, I don't have to work for it. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Casey so always wants to work for it. That's why she never went to a treasure island once in her Animal Crossing career.
I want to catch all the fish for real.
I do.
I know you love to, and I would love to be that person, but I love a scam. And hey, for right now, let me just tell you real quick.
I can't believe you never figured out how to I can't believe you never figured out how to make your own treasure island and make money off of it.
Yes. Honestly, true.
I know. It would have involved multiple switches and coding.
You had. You were bequeathed because you. Never mind.
I didn't do anything with that man. He sent it.
That cookie was too good.
That cookie was too good.
Oh, cranberry juice.
Ooh, that cookie too good.
Anyways, y'all want to hear how I scammed GameStop out of $30?
Sure.
So Joe's.
Maybe this is what I'll clip, so they'll ask for it back.
Yeah. Joe's niece and nephew are getting a Switch for Christmas. Very exciting.
Very fun.
So Joe was like, oh, well, like, let's get them one of the games that they want. And he talked about how they want this game, Overcooked. And then and Joe was like, you have that $30, those two $15 gift cards to GameStop. Let's use them because we're never going to use them. That was great. So, and because we were just going to get them like money, we were going to put money on a Nintendo eShop, whatever. Yeah. But then I was like, well, we can just get them the game. And so I find it on GameStop. I order it for in-store pickup. They said they have one left. Great. I go in today to get it and he hands it to me. And it was like $41 after everything.
God,
so
they won't bring it out to your car
curbside.
for you.
Yeah.
Oh
no. I had to walk in there.
My God.
I had to walk in there after I just went to the Dairy Queen across the road. But so I go in to get it and I get it and I start walking out and I notice, oh, this is pre-owned. And I open up the thing and there's like a sticker on it that says like software expiration 2021. And I'm like, this is weird. And then I'm thinking like, I didn't realize I was getting a whatever, a pre-owned game. That's kind of gross. And then I also thought, what if it doesn't work and they're back in Vermont and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, no, we're just, so I get to my car, I sit there for a second, I look up my receipt and stuff, and then I'm like, I'm going back in there because it says like for pre-owned stuff, you only have 15 days to see if it's working or not.
Minutes. You have 15 minutes.
You have 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So I walk back in, and I'm just like, hey, I didn't realize this was pre-owned, and I'm giving it to, like I said, like my niece and nephew in Vermont, and so I'm not going to be there to be able to test it. And so, and they live in like BFE. Vermont. So, so there's no GameStop over there.
Forest.
Yes. I'm like, there's no GameStop out there because he's like, oh, well, if they have the receipt, they can go to any GameStop. I'm like, there's no GameStop by them.
Yeah.
And so he returns it and he was like, oh, how did you pay? I said, I did a Visa, but I also had a gift card on there too. And he's like, oh, okay, well, it's all just going to go to your Visa now. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh.
So
slay.
I got
$30.
I got refunded all to my card, so I got $30 extra.
And who did you buy for those $30? What doll?
What do they have? What accessories do we have?
What new clothes did Isabel get?
Yeah, they did have Squishmallows in there, but I resisted. I said, you know what?
She's off her era.
Truly past.
Yeah, but so they had to pay me in regular dollars instead of GameStop bucks.
Love that.
Well, I guess that's how it works now then. So for the next time.
I mean, at least at GameStop, because most places, they can be like,
they will put it back in a gift card.
They will be like, here's your $30 on your gift card, and here's your $11.
Yeah,
but then I realized that I feel like it's better to just give them the eShop, because with like updates,
they'll just download.
Like
Yeah.
And then I realized these are old. Like there's new versions of this Overcooked now that is like, just digital. So. And they tricked me because I couldn't tell that it was pre-owned.
Until you were there. But
then like when I went to it today, I could see like in little print, it says, pre-owned. I'm like, I want new. I want her to be.
My kids deserve the best.
Yes. We ain't doing that. I would. I bought pre-owned Uggs this weekend off of my niece's feet.
Is she a sock wearer?
She is, because Miranda, the best part was, so we were talking about this on our gift giving episode.
Yes, and Adam is now also a future owner. He ordered them.
We're all talking about Uggs, and I'm like, oh my God, I really want them, but I don't know how they're gonna feel on my feet or look. I don't know what size I am. I don't know. But I was like, but I really like these little slippers, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. I go to my sister's house this weekend, and I walk in the bathroom, and it was like they got sent from God. They were sitting in the bathroom, and they were the right color. They were the platform slipper, and it was
put them on like Cinderella.
I put them on and they fit like Cinderella. I was like, oh my God, these must be Isabella's, because all my other niece and my sister all have tiny feet.
Yeah.
But Isabella's got big feet like me. And I was like, oh my God, I got so excited. I put them right on. I left my Crocs in the bathroom and I just put those on.
You started walking around.
I started walking around. And then my niece Ariana was like, oh my God, are you wearing Izza's things? I go, yes, look how cute they are, blah, blah. And Isabella wasn't there yet. Isabella walks in and she goes, oh my God, I should go put mine on. Like she's looking at them. Oh. And then so she starts to walk to go find them. And Ariana starts laughing. And Isabella goes, oh my God, are you wearing my shoes right now without any socks? And I was like, yep, they're right here. And she was like, you got to get your nasty feet out of there.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Because they were very well kept. Hers were. And then by the end of us hanging out, I had convinced her to sell them to me.
You were like, I've got an offer.
She was like, well, they hurt my feet. And I'm like, they feel great to me.
I feel
they must not.
They're walking on clouds.
Because it's the platform. I love the platform. I was like, I love them. And she was like, well, I was going to sell them. So we worked out a deal. And Joe paid her cash on the spot.
Wow. On the spot.
Daddy Warbucks.
Daddy Warbucks.
What a deal.
That was my Christmas gift. I wanted them and now I got them. But yeah, I came home with them. It was so funny. I was like, they're here. It was like they were sent from God.
Wow.
I was looking at the slippers because there's like a couple that I was like, oh, these are really cute. And they have like some like weathery ones. But then I had been actually in a shoe store looking for like boots because I have I have like black fashion, like Chelsea boots, but they're like a little too nice for like daily wear. And so I was like, I've been looking for like a pair of boots that are more like a daily moom that look a little more cash.
I bought the Hoka boot.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard you about the Hoka boot.
Adam thinks they're hideous, but I don't care.
I think they're freaking ugly.
At least they're all black, so you don't really notice it. But their weather, I mean,
that's what you
y'all need weather there.
We need weather there.
Yeah. That's so cute.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, if you ever need some more fug slippers.
What did you call Adam?
You heard me. I know someone, okay?
Who also has ginormous feet.
Who also sells fake purses if you need.
Oh, your purse guy sells the fugs?
Purse guy sells fugs as well.
Casey's like, maybe I will make a trip in New Year's Eve.
They don't say fug. What do they say?
I think they say ugh.
They say ugh? Oh,
they say ugh, yeah.
Well, good.
Yep. Well, I can have him look there. I believe he's there on Friday, which I will not be going, but I can have somebody look for me.
Just take a quick pic, for Casey.
I just need a shorty boot. I want the shorty boot.
Great. I'll see. You let me know what size, and I can send the fam
4s
for it.
Yeah, a sensible 3.5.
Sensible 3.5.
dainty,
teeny tiny fit.
Yeah, Miranda,
I'm actually buying them for my dolls.
Yeah, it's actually not mine.
For the girls.
It's for the girls back there.
Miranda, I was saying there is an Allegiant flight. It gets in New Year's Eve at 4:30 and it leaves January 2nd.
I'm doing absolutely not a damn thing. Not a thing.
Miranda, we didn't even talk about seeing the Christmas Carol.
We saw the Goodman's
Christmas Carol. And Adam was gooped and gagged.
I didn't know they change it every year.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So
we had a real chatty lesbian next to us that made best friends with RJ.
Yeah.
Boy.
And she was
like,
have
a good time?
You have a good time at the Christmas Carol?
That was basically what she talked. She did that in her mission.
She was like, is this your first time watching? And we're like, yes, it is. Are you also in theater? It's just like, are you still in school? And I was like, no, but thank you. I'm out of school. I'm a few years out of school.
Like, just a couple years out.
A couple years out of it. Undergrad. Thanks.
Silly.
But we ended up buying tickets again, so that way we can take Adam's mom after Christmas.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. So
lovely.
Laverley.
And there's your
go off, or
should
we continue to go off?
Adam, was there anything?
No, I don't have anything.
Yeah, I think we've said our
Wait, I have something quick.
I thought you tagged on to Casey.
I had something else.
That was just an add-on.
Really quick. Just really quick with the holidays coming up. I just have a holiday go off really quick. Okay, so we're getting into the season. We know that I am not the main
cook,
in
the season,
and we do not.
We're getting into it.
December 7th.
We're just treading into the water of the season.
Our toes into the season. So we do not host Christmas. We go to the Christmases. We bring things to each of them, whatever, normal. So this year we're going, whatever. It doesn't matter. My my Tiber family Christmas is usually at my parents' house. This year it's at my aunt's house. And so she was like, Miranda, what can you bring? And I was like, I'll bring the charcuterie board like I always do.
Charcuterie.
I'll bring this charcuterie board. And then my mom calls me yesterday and she was like, well, and then we were talking and she asked if anybody was bringing like a vegetable or anything. And she goes, and what do you make and what do you put in your salad? Which is the salad I make for Thanksgiving. It's the salad I bring to any event. Mm-hmm. I always bring the salad. And she goes, what do you make it? I go, yeah, I'll make it. And she goes, oh no, I was going to make it. And I go,
you're going to make my salad?
I was like, hold on. I'm not going to spend my time telling you how to make it 17 times when I could just make it because I've made it 45 and I make it for every holiday. And I literally called her. I was like, stop stealing my recipes. Stop. And she goes, but they're so good. And I go, then
I'll make
them. If you like Jace's bread, do not ask how to make the bread and then you make
we'll
it.
Just make it.
Us to make the bread.
Yeah.
Like, it's so disrespectful, and it makes me, she's been doing it so often lately, and my sister is guilty of it too. Like, they take things that I used to make, like in college, and now that's what they make.
Not the
buffalo,
so like, protect the buffalo dip. Protect the buffalo dip.
Remember the funfetti? Remember when I used to make like funfetti popcorn? Like, you remember? Like, so they do that now, and I'm like, so she's been, and I'm like, stop doing this. Like, I am happy to make these things, but don't ask me what's in it, because first of all, that is so much more work to tell you 300 times, because you will not remember. You will not write it down. You will have no idea.
It's because they want the compliment. They want to be like, oh my God. They can bring it to their whatever, and then be like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Could you imagine me telling my mom to massage the kale? And just
it's like the cheese.
Literally, yeah. She'll be like, "What do you mean massage?" Like, she's no. Why do I have to massage kale? Like, what? I don't understand. Why can't I just?
Because then you would
be the roughest fucking leaf in the world.
You'll be eating bark.
Like, oh yeah. I'm like, oh, you like this salad? It is only good because of the things you have to do to it.
It's edible.
Yeah, like. Oh my God. But anyway, stop stealing recipes. You can borrow that. You can absolutely borrow if you have like Adam's sister's Christmas cookies. 100%. You can take that recipe and take it to your friends, spread the wealth. Do not then make her Christmas cookies and bring them to her house. Like, that's just not, that's not how that works.
It's because all of your events are also the events you would
you would be there anyway.
Right. Yes, right? Exactly. Yes. I'm at all of them. I don't.
So like, just let me
I don't understand. And like, I would like to spread to the listeners, this is not a groundbreaking salad by any means. It is not. There's nothing to it. It's just the fact that I have been making it for literal years, and it's just annoying.
I don't have a go off, but I have a tangent I would like to do really quick.
Yes, go for it. Go tangent.
I had a cookie today. Someone made homemade cookies and brought them in. 'Tis the season, of course.
I love, yes.
First, so actually I've had two cookies. One was this like lemon cookie thing. I don't know what it was called, but it was so just lemon. It's lemon. Tis the season. It is famously citrus season, so drink your limoncello now. It's great.
Ooh.
Homemade limoncello. I've always wanted to make it.
Our neighbor makes one.
Oh my God, he said he does.
Yes. Okay.
Wow, I loved watching that.
Okay. Yeah. And then I had a cookie today, and this cookie was, I'm going to say, what I consider the GOAT Christmas cookie, the GOAT holiday time cookie, which is a snickerdoodle cookie. Okay. And there may be consternation. There may be some people who are saying to themselves,
too spicy.
No, it's too spicy. Casey, it's not too spicy. There may be people saying, no, the beloved Christmas cookie with the sugar cookie and the frosting, that is a tradition. And of course it is. And it's lovely and it's fun. But you don't eat that. The Christmas cookie, in that regard, that is the fun of the cookie. That's the fun of the creation of the cookie and the decoration.
We know that cookie good.
Yeah. And that cookie it's completely serviceable. It's completely serviceable. But the minute that frosting gets rough, that icing gets rough and hard, you're out of town.
You're done.
A snickerdoodle cookie that is still soft.
It's always soft. It stays
soft. My God. And let me tell you the one I had today, whoever made it today, woo! You got to see the flecks of the cinnamon on both sides. I don't want to just see it on the top. I don't want to see that you sprinkled it on the top. I want to know that it was in the batter. I want to know that it's in the dough. It's been worked in.
Yes.
Massaged.
Just like the kale.
Just like the kale.
There is, I think, as I have gotten older, I have turned. This is going to sound crazy. I am realizing that I am turning away from chocolate. And I am going in a cinnamon direction as I age.
Wow.
Like, decidedly. Because I just had coffee cake French toast.
Oh my God.
For brunch 2 days ago. I swear to God, I like cried while I was eating it. It was so good.
And it had cake French toast. Why had no one ever thought of that before?
Incredible.
What are we talking about?
It was impeccable. And it had like, it wasn't whipped. It was like almost like that, like, I guess it was whipped cream, but it was like homemade whipped cream. So it was like super like heavy.
It almost feels buttery.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was so good. What was another thing? I think like this year when we did our Valentine's Day at Cheesecake Factory was the first time that I had the Cinnabon cheesecake, and I remember being like, oh, I think
this is it for me.
I do believe I have been changed for the better. Yeah.
pivotal moment. So, wicked for good.
Yeah.
I
this
love
year,
chocolate.
Coconut and cinnamon.
Cinnamon. It should be cinnamon who should be afraid of me.
Yeah. And you know what? You know what you should be doing? You should be putting some cinnamon in your hot chocolate. I don't know what to tell you. You have to be doing it. You have to be adding it. You have to be adding the nutmeg. You have to be adding the clove. You know what
Adam's been doing? He's been microwaving milk and putting hot cocoa powder.
Okay. Yeah, I have been.
Hey, I did that too.
Who cares? The one, I don't know. I've only ever bought like Swiss Miss like my whole life, and it's
It's Swiss Miss.
Fine.
It's fine.
It's absolutely fine. It's edible.
It's chocolate.
It's
chocolate. The one that I got. Let me get the thing.
It's a gift.
I might be a little if I'm craving hot chocolate, which I don't typically do. RJ, you're the only one who will care about this.
Yeah.
So thank God you're the only one who's here.
Yeah, everyone left.
I want to look up recipes for protein.
We got to make this episode extra long because it's our first one.
I've been seeing that. I've been seeing it, but I haven't looked up the recipe.
They'll like make it with protein powder, or they'll use chocolate protein. Okay,
I don't know.
Girl, I start my day every. You know what my breakfast is now every day? I do a Fairlife chocolate, 2 hard-boiled eggs, and coffee, and
which are so good.
And I'm like, I'm full until like lunch.
Yes.
I'm not hungry.
You know what you should look into? I think it's One Up Nutrition is the brand, but they do like a butter toffee protein powder. Oh. You should do that with a cold brew and make it like a protein coffee, like a protein like iced coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got this as a gift last year. Last Christmas, and I never opened it the entire winter because the way it is packaged. Look at this packaging, right?
Okay.
It's not really giving.
It's good and gather. It gives good gather.
It gives Target. Yeah, so I don't think I ever truly looked at it because I was like, oh, I think it's just a Target brand, which is fine. Whatever. Yeah. It's free. What am I going to say? No?
Right.
Yeah.
So I opened it this year because I was like, well, I'm in the mood for some hot chocolate. We had milk in the house, so I made some hot chocolate. This is from Lake Champlain Chocolates. This is from, which Casey, this is a Burlington, Vermont company, Lake Champlain Chocolates. And this cocoa powder is made, or this hot cocoa can is made in Canada for this company. So, this is fucking incredible. I am obsessed with this. And I went back to the person who gave me this last year, and I was like, if you have an extra one again this year, I'll take it. It's so good. It's incredibly rich.
Did she say she's doing it again?
They're already packed for her gifts. And so I was like, if someone doesn't show up and claim theirs,
put it on my desk.
You know where my desk is. It's incredibly rich and incredibly decadent, and that's maybe not everybody's gig, but if it's hot chocolate, that's what you should be. You want the like, this is a treat. So,
hot chocolate.
Hot
chocolate. It's really good.
Wow. Well, we'll put it in the show notes. So if you want to, can you buy it online?
I believe so. Yes. I think she said she bought it on Amazon.
Well, there you go.
Hashtag I love LCC, Lake Champlain Chocolates.
Cute. Well, friends,
that's enough.
Thank you for listening.
That's absolutely enough for this pod.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year. We will see you all.
Yeah, we gave you a 90-minute episode because you can, listen to this in pieces.
While you're wrapping presents.
While you're wrapping, and then when you unwrap.
Christmas cookies.
Yes.
Well, you're making your snickerdoodle cookie.
And don't worry, there will be a special Christmas episode on Close Friends. So make sure you join.
Your thumbprint.
Yeah, make sure you join Close Friends for $5 a month.
What's the one where you sprinkle it and the you know what I'm talking about?
Like
yes, I do.
Crackle cookies or whatever.
Yes. What's the one that you call them where you put the Hershey's Kiss?
Oh,
Isn't that thumbprint?
Aren't those thumbprint? No, thumbprint is the one where it's a thumb and then you do the frosting.
Jelly?
Peanut butter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
Yeah. So it's just like is it like a shortbread cookie or?
I like shortbread. Your Oreo balls.
The Hershey ones are always like peanut butter cookies.
Peanut butter blossoms.
Peanut butter blossoms.
There it is.
If you're in Ohio, I'm sure you're
chocolate crinkle cookie.
I'm sure you're making your Buckeyes in Ohio. Those are great. Yeah. If you're in the Midwest, maybe you're making puppy chow.
Ooh.
Joe's mom just mailed him the puppy chow. We're gonna be there next week, but his mom mailed him puppy chow.
Oh, so good.
Oh, maybe I'll make a.
But you know what? He refuses to call it puppy chow.
What does he call it? Don't call me. Tell me he calls
it Muddy Buddy.
Muddy Buddies.
Trash. Boo. Trash.
I said the same
thing. Get into the culture, Joe.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect my culture.
My culture's not your.
My culture's not your snack.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly. But anyway, thank you all so much for being here this year.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
We'll see you in the new year.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the show. You can find us on Instagram at Did You Read the Pod and TikTok at Did You Read the Group Chat. You can also join the group chat on Facebook and the Discord server. Links on the episode details. The best way to support the show is by sharing the podcast to your friends and by leaving ratings and reviews. You can leave a 5-star rating on Spotify and a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and we'll read them on the show. Our theme, KK Cruisin' Lo-Fi, is by Closed on Sunday. Find their music on Spotify and YouTube as Closed on Sunday. See you next time, besties, and don't forget to read the group chat.